Hey, what's good, family? Hope y'all are feeling nice. Hope y'all had a good week. Welcome to another episode of X to Skip, the weekly patch notes. You know what I'm saying? It's me, Tom Ziri, back again. Hello. And yeah, with me I got Kid Kojo. What's good, homie?
I'm chilling, man. How you doing?
I'm also good, bro. I'm also good. Max is out and about. Well, not like traveling or going out, but like, yeah. But yeah, now he'll be on the next one. You feel me? Anyways, hope y'all are doing well, man. And yeah, you know, if it's your first time listening, welcome to all our day ones and everything. Thanks for sticking around. You know what I'm saying? Interesting way to like enter into the year, but you know, we're here. Let's make the most of it. Before we get any started, Kojo, do you have any announcements or any like things?
No.
Nada. For me, I'm back to my old ways of like every single class in World of Warcraft. I'm just maxing it out to 80. I don't know why I can't just stick to something, bro. I swear. But you know, I'm having a shit ton of fun discovering what like all the different changes are for the different classes. So yeah, it's been a fun pre-patch. I'm not entirely sure then if I'm going to be ready for when Midnight launches eventually, but we'll see. Alright, well, let's get right into it. Coach, you got any gaming news, bro?
A few.
Alright.
So let's start off real briefly with GTA 6. So, Charles Zelnick, he's the head of Take-Two Interactive, which owns Rockstar Games. He said in an investors call that GTA 6 is still on track to release November 19th, I believe, and that marketing is going to start in earnest. The marketing rollout is going to start in earnest this summer. So gamers can look forward to that. Okay. Then next, tell me, I don't know if you've ever heard of an MMO called Ashes of Creation.
Yes, I've been waiting for it.
Well, I got some bad news for you. I'm serious.
Okay.
It doesn't exist anymore.
Wait, it's like they completely just dropped the IP.
No, so what happened was the game was... Okay, let me walk you through it. So, the game was released through Kickstarter in 2017. The studio was Intrepid Studios, headed by a guy called Steven Sheriff, I think his name was, who made bold claims like, you know, I'm funding this project myself. There's no... investors to control things, blah, 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 things like that. So the Kickstarter launched in 2017. It raised $3.2 million, surpassing its $750,000 goal. And to be honest, looking back, I don't know how they expected to make an MMO of $750,000, but anyway, it went through a decade of development, and then it launched in early access in December last year, 2025. And the reviews were, from what I understand, pretty negative. The people said it was not even ready for an early access game.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. And, well, now there were a bunch of layoffs, and the studio is reportedly shutting down.
Jeez.
So what happened was the former director of Director Communications, she stepped down, and she said, they asked her what happened to the game and everything. She said, and I quote, her name is Margaret Krohn. And when asked about the game, she asked, and I quote, I don't work there anymore, so I can't answer that for you. Personally, I don't know how they would make it when the heart and soul of the product, the amazing dev team, was all laid off, end quote. So, we're all laid off. And then Steven Sheriff was the head of the studio and probably the director of the game. He came out and it wasn't a long statement, but he pretty much said that, look, he's making a statement on behalf of himself and not the company. What happened was control of the company was taken away from him, and the board started making their own decisions. As a result, he chose to step down instead of, continuing, to follow the board's directions, whatever. And he said that the board has made a decision to proceed with mass layoffs. he said he can't speak any further because of ongoing legal matters. And that he said that the developers and the staff acted in good faith and they deserved better than what they are facing now, and he's dismayed by the situation. So that's where we stand now. It's sad to see again more layoffs. This was a very ambitious MMO. I mean, even I was following it through, certain people like Asmongold and certain people. They were really looking, like every MMO fan was looking forward to this game, right? Even you, Tammy, like you said.
Yeah.
And because we all need a new cool MMO, but MMOs are I think MMOs are like probably the hardest games to make in this day of game development, and it's a shame, but hopefully these people will bounce back. Now, moving on to Obsidian Entertainment. So Obsidian had a big year in 2025. They dropped not one, not two, but 3 games. They dropped Grounded 2, the sequel to their survival game Grounded. They dropped The Outer Worlds 2, sequel to their 2019 game Outer Worlds. And they dropped a new game, Avowed, all within a year. And they came out and they pretty much said that, look, Grounded 2 was a big hit for us. However, Outer Worlds 2 and Avowed didn't hit the way that they wanted. So it doesn't look like there will be an Outer Worlds 3, because the studio said they don't have any plans for making the Outer Worlds 3. However, they're still working on DLC for the Outer Worlds 2. Okay. Then moving on, Nintendo held a partner showcase on the 5th of February 2025. They announced a bunch of games, a huge bunch of games. Trailers, again, partner showcase, so it wasn't first party stuff. They showed off a trailer for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which is coming to Switch 2. They showed off a new trailer for Pragmata. They showed off a new trailer for Resident Evil. And they ended off the big, showcases, people like to end off with like big announcements, right?
Yeah.
I was expecting something big. They ended off with Todd Howard from Bethesda saying, hey, a bunch of Bethesda games are coming to Bethesda / ZeniMax or whatever games are coming to Switch 2, which is Fallout 4, Oblivion Remastered, and Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. That was the last announcement. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little disappointed. But there were a bunch of other games that piqued my interest, like there was one called Orbitals, which looks very much in the vein of It Takes Two. Very much inspired by that game, it looks like. So, but then I think that game is only on Switch and Switch 2. But they also announced things like Valheim coming to Switch 2, eFootball, Switch 2, and a bunch of other things. So if you're interested, you could go check that out. Then we've come to this announcement that was revealed, surprisingly, on the 5th of February 2026. So, Guerrilla, who did the Killzone games and obviously the big hits that were the Horizon games, people were wondering what they've been up to. Well, we heard that it was sort of like a multiplayer type Horizon game. Well, they come out and they officially revealed Horizon Hunter's Gathering. Basically what it is, it's a co-op game of up to 3 people, and it's sort of like, from what I can gather, I could be very wrong, but it looks like it's like Elden Ring Night Rain, but Horizon. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I'm not mad about that though.
No, I'm not mad about it either, but quite a few people are not keen because they see this as another live service type of thing. Even though it's not a multiplayer game. Like no, it is multiplayer, but it's not a competitive game. It's a co-op game. So it looks cool. The art style is completely different from a Horizon game, from Horizon and Zero Dawn and Horizon Forbidden West. It's more stylized, more painted, more, colorful. It's a very interesting art style. I think they made a good choice going with a different art style. And you choose between one of different hunters. The game is long. There's no launch date for the game, but they're talking about there's going to be a closed alpha test in end of February, and I think they said you can play as 3 of the hunters. So yeah, I don't know how to feel about this one, to be honest. Like, it looks cool and everything. It's going to be on PS5 and PC. It looks cool and everything, but I don't know if it's going to succeed because people are tired of, like, even though this is not a competitive game, it's still a live service type of game, you know, and it's definitely going to cost money. It doesn't look like it's going to be free.
Yeah, definitely.
So people I try not to look at comments these days because the internet is just a horrible place. But I see from the 10 comments I saw, things are pretty mixed. Some people are like, oh, this actually looks pretty cool, I'm interested, let's wait and see more. And other people are like, nah fam, this ain't it, chief. You know, type of thing. But I don't know, man. I mean, we'll see more. I mean, we all knew that Guerrilla was working on some multiplayer Horizon type of game, but now that we finally seen it, I don't know. I like the art style, I really do, but I don't know how I feel about the game in general. I guess we'll just have to see. I just hope it has legs, you know what I'm saying? So there's going to be, what did they say? They revealed 2 game modes: Machine Incursion, which is going to be a mission where waves of machines pour out from underground, led by a formidable boss. And then the second game was Cauldron Descent, which is going to be a longer multi-stage trial with ever-changing rooms and stuff like that. So the the closed alpha test is arriving. Or not alpha, it was a closed play test. Let me say alpha test. The closed play test comes at the end of February. And if you want to take part, you have to sign up via the PlayStation beta program. So yeah, if that interests you, you know, sign up, or you can just go watch the 9-minute sort of introduction to the game where the director spoke about it, the head of the studio spoke about it, and they showed off, you know, some gameplay of it, and they talked, and obviously the intro, the reveal cinematic they showed off. So if you want to go learn more, you can go watch the video. And then lastly, Overwatch. Big news for Overwatch, Tommy. Remember that game?
Unfortunately.
So Overwatch is making some big moves. So they're sort of revamping, and they announced because remember how they're supposed to bring us a fully fledged single player like story mode, and that didn't happen. They canceled it. Well, this year they're pulling on what they call the Reign of Talon. Basically, there's going to be 6 seasons this year, and it's going to be season 1 to season 6, and next year they're going to start the game with season 1. So this year is the Reign of Talon. For those of you who know, Talon is the villain faction of Overwatch. Overwatch is the hero faction, Talon is the villains. And over the course of this year, we're getting 10 heroes. 5 are launching on season 1 on February 10th. So we're getting 5 heroes in a short time on February 10th, which is going to be crazy. So the 5 heroes are, where are they now? Domina, Emre, Mizuki, Anran, and Jetpack Cat, which is a cat with a jetpack. And these heroes, as I said, are coming February 10th, and there's going to be a whole other bunch of changes, some new maps throughout this year, a bunch of gameplay changes, a bunch of changes to roles, also perks. I think they're also changing the way competitive works. They're changing the way they're shaking up the UI, which I think hallelujah, because the UI looked hella boring in Overwatch 2 and stuff like that, and a whole other bunch of things. You can go read the blog post, or you can go watch the 30-minute, or you can just go watch other people talk about it. And finally, the big revamp. Guess what, Tommy?
I don't know what's being revamped.
No, so they are dropping the 2 from Overwatch 2. So we're back to just Overwatch.
That's dumb, dog.
So we went all the way around.
And we thought about it at the beginning, also stating that it was dumb.
Yep. But who knows? I mean, look, it looks like this is a new beginning for Overwatch. So maybe I will jump in on February 10th/11th, depending on how big the update is. Maybe 11th, because the updates will probably take a while, because it'll probably release late at night our time. So who knows? Maybe I'll jump in. I haven't played Overwatch since 2019, 2020.
Yo,
So
bro.
we'll see. They've made a whole bunch of changes. Like, I don't know what the perks do. I don't know any of this stuff.
Perks.
Yeah, there are perks. They added perks some time ago.
Honestly, thought they died off the Marvel rivals. Pretty much came through.
Nah, Overwatch is good. It has a dedicated fan base, and they also announced, there's going to be an Overwatch competition at the Esports World Cup, and there's going to be Overwatch World Cup at BlizzCon later this year. So yeah, that's it for my news. Tommy, what about you?
Not much from my side, to be honest. Gaming news wise, I think what I raised in my admin. Oh no, that wasn't even gaming news. That's just that announcement. Never mind. I guess we can go to the gaming corner. What's come out, bro?
I'm trying to remember. Did I speak? I can't remember what I spoke. No, I spoke about High Guard. Okay, yeah. So there's certain games. Okay, let's talk about them. So a game called Ern, which is like a climbing game, came out on January 29th, 2026. It's an adventure survival game, PC, PS5, currently sitting at an 83 on Metacritic. Then we have Code Vein 2, PC, PS5, Xbox Series, January 30th, 2026, currently sitting at a 70 on Metacritic. Then we have Dragon Quest 7 Reimagined, PC, PS5, Xbox Series, Nintendo Switch 2, Nintendo Switch Remake RPG, February 5th, 2025, currently sitting at an 83 on Metacritic. Then we have Neo 3, PC, PS5, Action RPG, February 6th, 2026, currently sitting at an 86 on Metacritic. Then finally we have My Hero Academia, All's Justice. Yes, get hyped, Tommy.
Man, I'm more hyped for Neo 3.
Yeah, no, Neo 3 is doing very well right now. A bunch of Twitch streamers are playing it, they are loving it. So yeah, but My Hero Academia, All's Justice, PC, PS5, Xbox Series, fighting game, February 6th, 2026, currently sitting at a, what do you think, Tommy?
An 82.
73.
Oh, shit. Shame.
Yeah. And yeah, that's it for my what's it called? Gaming corner stuff. There's a game I want to yap about, which is High Guard, but I don't want to yap about it. Like I didn't want to yap about it without you being here, and I don't want to yap about it without Max being here. I want to yap and bore you guys to death with me talking about that game. So I'm gonna wait until both of y'all are here.
Okay, well then I'm gonna have to research.
Yeah, you can go do some research. High Guard, you know how to spell High Guard.
Yeah.
High Guard. Anyway, so yeah, that's it for my gaming corner stuff and the releases of the week. What about you?
Oh wait, what do I know that's come out? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Wait, something's free to play this weekend. Oh, look at that! It's World of Warcraft. Well, yeah, if you guys are keen, but then I know most of you have to like level up from scratch, which shame. All right, but anyways, thanks, man. That pretty much brings us to the halfway section. And yeah, if you guys are enjoying the show, please do leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And then yeah, moving on, content creator news. Hey, I mean, I already spoke to you and Max about the whole Kaisana thing and whatnot, and people speculating like, yeah, nah, it's over. But you know, it's,
Wait, you broke up. Sorry, you spoke about what?
The Kaisana thing, and basically,
yes.
like, yeah, and then like saying shit like, obviously, yes, it does seem like he's still gonna come back to streaming, but losing the loyal fans, because I mean, people talk, Doug. Like, people talk, especially peeps in the AMP house. But yeah, I mean, it's just talk at the end of the day. What else did I have? I mean, updates on the whole. I mean, okay, if you listen to the podcast by now, I mean, surely you've heard about Markiplier's Iron Lung, right? by the time of this episode. If you haven't, Heidi, spoilers. But anyways, so a quick update on the Iron Lung movie, because as you know, or if you don't know, it was removed from the charts. Hollywood was trying to nuke it so that, I mean, we all just think Hollywood directors are getting scared, the power of nerds and YouTubers and all that. But anyways, an update on that is that it will be streaming in more areas this coming weekend. Well, as of the recording of this episode. So yeah, I'm still waiting for it to come here, but nigga can be hopeful. And yeah, that's pretty much it for content creator from my side. Your side, coach?
No, just to add on to the Iron Lung thing, I think it's huge because Iron Lung, again, it's a movie directed by Markiplier, written by Markiplier, starring Markiplier, based on a indie game of the same name. It's completely self-funded by Markiplier and a few other people, but I think it's still completely self-funded by him. There's no studio behind it. It was a complete passion project. And last I checked, it hit $21 million off a budget of $3 million. So, and the viewer, the cinema audience likes it, but then the critic audience or the critics is more mixed. So yeah, but general consensus is that it's a good movie. It's just that the first half drags, but the second half really is where things shine. That's what people are saying.
Okay,
that's what I've gotten from the reviews I've seen. But they're not going to show it where we are because again, it's an indie thing. He actually had to fight to get it to release in cinemas in America. He really fought for that because I think they were trying to move it to just streaming, and he fought. It's like, no, we're going to release it, So it's in places in America. It's even in Guam. Funny enough. Well, not funny enough, but But I think it's just going to be a America/America territory thing. I think if we want to watch it, we're going to have to wait for it to come on streaming on something. But yeah, that's my 2 cents on Iron Lung. Shout out to Markiplier, man. Good job.
Yeah.
This shows that more indie projects can happen and can do well. So yeah.
Okay. Well. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Wait. Moving on to esports. You got any esports, bro?
Just one. So there was a fighting game tournament called Frosty Faustings. XVII is 18. So the 18th installment of Frosty Faustings, it took place in Illinois, I believe, Lombard, Illinois. I think IL is Illinois. January 29th to February 1st, 2026. A whole bunch of games were played. So I'm just gonna go over like the big ones. So the first big one is 2XKO. This is 2XKO's biggest tournament so far. So a lot of people showed up. People like Sonic Fox, Leffen, Super Noon, the Japanese twins, Toshi and Haru. A lot of big names here. Show Off, K7, Diaphone. A lot of people that if you're in the FGC, you know these names. Anyway, so let's just go over a few of the games. So let's start with 2XKO. Third place was a guy called Globo. Second place was Super Noon. And first place was a 16-year-old player called Bleed. I don't want to bring race into this, but he was black, so shout out.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So yeah, 16-year-old dude. Killing it. This was his first, I think he said this was his first in-person tournament.
My nigga.
Bruh. So to take it over people like Sonic Fox, bruh. GG's.
Yeah, man. Black excellence.
Exactly. Okay, moving on to Guilty Gear Drive. Third place was Danny Almaza. Second place was Walter. First place was Jack. In Street Fighter 6, third place was Stealth. Second place was Kaba. First place was Blue. Tekken 8. Third place was Zero Clock 30. Second place was Noma. First place was Shadow 20Z. And then Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves. Third place was Me Too Her 4. Second place was Lokov. And in first place, to nobody's surprise, is Goichi. He's been killing it in Fatal Fury for the longest time. And there were a whole other bunch of games like Darkstalkers, Kingdom Fighters 15, Jaguar Fighters, Skullgirls, let's talk about Mortal Kombat 1. So, Mortal Kombat 1, let's talk about this last one. The third place was 2 Trillion, sick name.
Damn.
Second place was Epic Zupa. And first place was Tragic MS0. And then 2XKO 2v2. Third place was Team Springwater, featuring Wade and Noka. Second place was the Japanese twins, 2 wins, Toshi and Haru. And first place was Nutritional, which is Inzem and Sonic Fox. So yeah, GG's. There are a whole other bunch of games, Street Fighter 4, Alpha 3. There was even Def Jam, Tommy.
A game I never understood.
Really? No, dude, that game was sick, dude.
I mean, yeah.
Def Jam will never come back. It's a shame.
You never know, Doug.
But yeah, a whole lot of games were played, guys. Games that came out before I was born. But like I think Street Fighter 2 came out before I was born. So anyway, so yeah, that's it for Frosty Faustings. Trying to get on that 2XKO grind, but that game is so difficult, man.
Man, what's tough about it, dog?
What do you mean what's tough about it?
You know, the only reason I stopped playing, maybe it's because I'm so low level that the people I go up against are bots. But even when I teamed up with the homie, with Albizi,
hey man, it's a new season now. So
we whooped niggas' asses, bro, left and right. Niggas would leave mid-match.
It's a new season. More think about it this way: it's a new season, right? And they released the game on consoles now, so which means more players. So,
is the players the problem, or is it just they suck? I don't know.
No, I think it was more player because like fighting games are notoriously a console thing.
Yeah, fair. You're right.
So now that it's on consoles now, huge player base, which means more competition, which means I also need to get back on that grind. But yeah, that's it for Frosty Faustings 2026. That's my esports. What about you?
What news do I remember reading about? Oh, the whole Mango thing. Yeah, that was disappointing.
Wait, what happened to Mango now?
Okay, so for those of you who don't know who Mango is, quick brief, he's a Super Smash Bros. Star. I don't want to say he's a legend, but he's a star of the game. He was part of C9, and after drunken behavior at a party by a streamer, Ludwig was like enabling this guy to like keep drinking more and just, you know, make people uncomfortable and like keep streaming and recording his drunken behavior. And anyways, he eventually lost sponsorship and pretty much got banned off of Twitch as well. But anyways, he's since then tried to take sobriety into his hands, not to try drink anything and just regain himself and whatnot. But okay, I feel bad for saying that like it's a disappointment, but it's also to the sense of like, dog, at this rate, you may as well just be like a bordering alcoholic. But anyways, so he says, let me just find the clip here. Not the clip thingy. Right. So he says, during a recent Twitch broadcast that, you know, if fans ever see him participating in fighting games again, right, it's only because he needs the money. So he says, I have no intentions of ever playing melee games again, or melee, however the fuck you want to say it. I'm not going to play melee if I don't have a sponsor. I'm not paying money out of pocket to go to tournaments just to make $80. My life after melee has been pretty fucking great. I just make less money, right? So that's not the disappointment here. The disappointment here is on his stream, like when people ask like how's the sobriety thing going, dude was just like, yeah, nah, he feels bored, right? He says that I plan on drinking again one day in my life. I just think some things are better with alcohol, like a birthday. I don't want to celebrate my birthday sober for the rest of my life. Christmas parties with my family, he would rather be drinking, which, okay, in most cases, right, of like, okay, I mean, we all have our vices, okay, and then when we pretty much put a stop to them for going a bit too overboard, and we take like I want to say, what's the flipping word? Oh my gosh, a tolerance break, right? I have my tolerance breaks too, but like, if it's a thing of like, okay, I get his understanding of like why he wouldn't enter tournaments just to earn $80. But fam, like, you have so much potential for you to get your sponsors back. Like there will be some who will look past us. On top of that, you have to understand that most ambassadors of these certain things who go and recruit people like you, dog, some of those people are going through the door every year. Like they are going to be hiring new ambassadors every single year. Someone's not going to know about your past. Some companies, dog, they won't even do a check on your past that much, so then you can still get extra cash, bro. Like you fumbling the bag just because you want a dope. Come on, dude. What? Sorry for those of you who are not South African. Dope is alcohol, or to get drunk. So it just doesn't make sense to me, like why man's is still gonna throw that all. Look, I'm not saying he's gonna get belligerent again, right? For me, I'm saying to Mango is just like, look, you can drink, that's okay, but now you've understood that you can't drink around everybody. Some people are going to join you on your drinking banter, and it's okay. It's okay to, fucking just live your life. There are good alcoholics and bad alcoholics, but it's also in the sense of like, for me, for example, I know there's certain people I can't do gardening around. If you know, you know. But there's other people that like, it's chill to do gardening, even if they don't garden themselves. You know what I'm saying? But like, it's okay to be around them, because I know, first of all, no one does stupid shit when they're gardening, bro. At best, don't drive when you're gardening. That's stupid. Or like, don't be around a weapon. But like, otherwise, dude, like, man, gardening is chilled. Maybe because I don't drink myself, I wouldn't understand what Mango's going through in a sense. But where I do understand is like, yes, a tolerance break is good to have, but same with me. I can't ever live my life without gardening, bro. It's changed me. Like, I like who I, oof, that sounds fucking bad. I like who I am when I'm gardening. Yeah, that's therapy right there. So I understand Mango in that aspect, but at the same time, for the bag, my guy, come on, dude. On top of that, you have to afford it somehow, right? So like, again, I think Mango shouldn't just give up on tournaments, or maybe he's got the streaming on the side. So I mean, that's still a good thing for him. That's stable money coming through. But it's just like, don't be so quick to say that shit, dog. Like, you have to understand, you will be seen as a legend. Imagine the crowd roaring, dog, when you return 2 years down the line in a melee tournament, and you still show people you still got it. Oh man, best comeback story ever. Just saying. So yeah, that's why I was just slightly disappointed, because I mean, whilst I like gardening, I'm not gonna fumble the bag for it, bro. It's not important. It's not that important. But yeah, that's my esports news. Shout out to Mango. Yeah, man. Sorry, that got deep.
No. It's yeah. Yeah, no, I hope he, what's the word I'm looking for? Finds his peace and stuff like that.
It's like, just the way he said it, I was like, I don't think you're saying that I couldn't tell if he was probably drinking on that stream either, because just the way he was so comfortable saying it, I was just like, you've had a drink already, dog, at some point, I'm sure. But yeah, I get it, but at the same time, bruh, fumble the bag. Yeah, but I know people are probably gonna shoot in the comments saying, yeah, but your mental state over money. And I was like, yeah, but if your mental state is the cause of your recent downfall. I mean, hello, you still could have been drinking every day of your life and, you know, party, yay, you know, all this type of stuff. But just know where you are. Know who you around when you're doing that shit, bro. Like that's all you had to do. You didn't have to do all this fuck shit. But yeah, that brings us to the end of the episode. Listen, y'all, your boy is going to be doing, because like I was saying at the start of the episode, I'm pretty much maxing out all my classes. I'm going to be doing some interesting content centered around World of Warcraft for those of you who are keen. Those of you who don't, I mean, yeah, y'all can just do this show, it's cool. But yeah, so there's a lot of new content. I'll try to explain most of it while I'm doing it, but otherwise it's just going to be compilations, so that, I mean, unless some of y'all like to just listen to World of Warcraft ambience in the background while you sleep or some shit, you know, then you can just slap it on. Or if you're just generally interested in the content, then there will be certain videos where I'm just going to explain, like delves, for example. It's like a new thing that they brought into World of Warcraft, like a dungeon, but it's just you and NPCs, you know, doing some shit. And then some Mythic Plus dungeons as well as raids. So I'm really wanting to get into raiding this year. Mythic raiding on top of that. I just want to finally be a proper WoW player. In all the years I've been playing this game since 2004, bro, I've never fully enjoyed endgame content. And I think this time around, yeah, now I'm just gonna, yeah, because once I reach like the top, I uninstall because I've done everything I need. But now, dude, I'm just gonna keep getting stronger and better. So yeah, man, hope to see y'all on the ride for that. And then yeah, that's pretty much the end of the episode, y'all. Coach, thanks for the shares, man. And yeah, we'll be checking y'all in the next episode. Stay good. Peace.